Well, it's the final day of the first part of LTA here, so we're leaving Los Angeles, at least Busio is, in short order. When do you fly?
Tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in about, I don't know, 12 hours?
Sure.
Okay. In about 12 hours, Busio's headed to Brazil, and it seems like you guys were pretty confident you were going.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you expect to be playing this weekend?
No.
Okay, so what has this past week been like? Because obviously I think you expected to get out probably in first or second. So what has this past week been like as you have dealt with that?
I mean, nobody was like too worried to the point where like we're not going to Brazil.
Yeah.
But obviously our expectations were that we would beat C9. But like ultimately nothing changed because it's just like a normal match, and what's important is that we just keep improving, keep working well as a team, get better overall, because just because we were pretty good last year doesn't mean it just like stays with us. We need to keep working for it to like maintain that form. So it's honestly not bad that we lost to C9, because then we were really locked in for practice. And even after today, like me personally, there's still a lot of things that I need to do better. So yeah, we just continue.
Was it like a wake-up call for you guys? Do you think it was overconfidence? Because you even mentioned like just because we were good last year, we weren't going to be good. Like I don't know at what point in time you guys were like, oh, hey, this is why things went wrong.
I don't think there was like a specific thing or a specific moment. I also don't think it's like we weren't trying.
Yeah.
I think we were trying this whole split, obviously. We're all professionals, you know? But just like actually losing and then like feeling that loss really like gives you something to like review and some weaknesses, and like, oh, this happens on stage but doesn't happen in scrims, and it's just about like getting back into it. It's not really one specific thing or moment.
All right, you guys participated in the scrims, scrims this week?
Yes.
And what was that like from your perspective as a player? Because I think obviously there's been a lot of conversation. Fans have been huge fans of it. Viewership was really great for it.
Yeah.
So what did you think of the experience? You were late.
That was not my fault.
Yeah, I was watching your game, your stream, because you were streaming beforehand, I think.
Yeah.
And you were late.
Okay, well, I was not late because 12 p.m. start in scrims doesn't actually mean 12 p.m.
Yeah.
That's just like known. Like 12 p.m. means 12:10 at minimum.
Because I've heard a lot of people. One, that mentality I think was what got a player sent to Europe. So you should be careful with that. Secondly, I've seen a lot of people online, fans. This is such a crazy take, but I see them say things like, "Stream scrims will be great because then we can hold these players accountable." So
sorry?
So yeah, because they're NA pros are lazy.
Oh right.
It's the whole idea.
Yeah, we just don't play the game.
So you're only validating what they're saying. You think, if I showed up 10 minutes late to my job, I would get fired by my manager. So interesting that you think it's okay to show up 10 minutes late to your job.
I'm actually doing the best possible because I'm making sure we have the best practice possible and I'm warmed up. I would never want to come into a scrim not warmed up. That would be rude to my teammates and to the opponent and the region as a whole. So like, I should be being applauded for making sure I'm warm. No, my game went 40 minutes, so that's much more practice out of the game than like a 20-minute game, and that's why I was late.
Gotcha.
So
have you heard of Swift Play?
Yeah, I have.
Maybe a good way to get out in time,
No.
Okay.
Disagree.
All right. So back to streaming the scrims. What was the experience like for you?
I mean, it was kind of weird because like normally scrimming is like a private environment, but like the second it becomes streamed, it could like it feels a little different. But I would say,
ways?
I don't know. It's just like weird. Like people can hear what we're saying.
Yes.
Like what's up with that?
You become more conscious of what you're saying.
Yeah. And also like you might like second guess trying something new. Also, our opponent Dignitas can watch us, so that's also something that's in the back of our mind. But overall, I'd say like after the first couple of games, I'm like, I'd be down to do this more. And I think the more we do it, the better it'll be. Honestly, like I had a good time.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we'll be streaming scrims in Brazil. It might be hard to like get a setup, but I'm looking forward to streaming them more because it was a good time. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think it is worse practice?
I would say if we streamed every single scrim, it would of course be worse practice because we'd be giving away too much info. But doing it once a week is really fine. You can just do your known drafts already and stuff like that, and it's just like a mini stage day. Yeah. Obviously, it's still a scrim. It's just like revealing. So doing it one day a week really doesn't affect too much, except for the part that other teams can, of course, scout your comms and stuff like that and know how you think. But if like all the teams were scrimming streams, then it'd be kind of more open. Yeah. So it does give a bit of a disadvantage, but overall it's like good for the region and good for the viewers. So yeah.
Yeah. Because one of the benefits, obviously there are downsides, but one of the benefits I feel like is that a lot of people are like, oh, we need more stage games or real games because scrims, not everybody's always like is locked in or it's harder to like get to that level. Do you feel that when you're streaming the scrims? Is there a moment where you're like, it's the lean in meme, where you are leaning in? Are you familiar with this?
Yeah, I know the meme, but you're saying since we're streaming, we're more locked in the scrim or less?
Yes, because it feels more like a stage game because there is, like, I don't know how much of you, Busio, as a player, you like feel more like the game is real whenever you're playing for stakes of, oh, we're gonna need to make it to the next phase, versus how much of it is like, people are watching, so you're a little more locked in.
Yeah, I would say it's definitely the like making it to the next phase that puts importance on a stage match. It's not really the fact that it's being shown, but I try pretty hard in scrims even when they're not streamed, so I didn't really notice that too much. It mainly just felt different because people can hear what you're saying with your teammates. That's the main thing, I would say. And it's like also subconscious. Like if you really like break it down, like just do the same thing,
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know everything. I'm just speaking.
Okay, but you are familiar with the meme, right?
I know the meme.
Because whenever I said it, you looked like you had like a vacant look in your eyes, and so I wanted to make sure you knew what meme I was talking about.
Do you know the Bippo version? If you go on Discord and type in like Bwippo, one of the GIFs is him locking in. It's from our European bootcamp. It's so funny.
All right. And this is just like anybody can do this on Discord? It's just part of like the...
It's just like a GIF.
Built-in...
A GIF or a GIF.
Yeah. Well, see, you made the mistake of saying it because now people get angry whenever you say one thing or another, the GIF or the GIF thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Get mad then.
Yeah. Thank God. Wow. Really bringing the villain era back to FlyQuest. Yeah. All right. How well do you think you're going to do it in Brazil?
I think pretty well.
Yeah. Are there any of the Brazilian teams that you think could give you a run for your money?
I'm not sure. I haven't scrimmed them yet. I haven't watched their matches, but I will be able to have an answer once we start scrimming them.
Okay.
But overall, I think we're likely to win the whole thing. But it's just important that we keep up what we've been doing. I think in the past week of scrims, we're really being more disciplined with what we're doing. Yeah. So we're making a lot of progress.
And discipline includes showing up late to the scrims.
Discipline means being ready for scrims, and something outside of my control, the solo queue game running long, causes me to be slightly late.
Yes.
I mean, everybody has different parameters here, Travis. I see me and you disagree, and that's okay.
Yeah.
That's life. That's opinion.
Just hope you never join Cloud9, because that does not fly well there. All right. Anything you want to say to the fans?
Thank you guys for supporting. This is going to be a fun year. I'm really glad we have the same roster and the same staff because we're kind of starting from where we left off last year. Obviously, we still need to like get back to it, but I think our growth this year is going to be very, very large. So yes, and including me, I can play so much better, and I will get there. So thank you guys.
Thank you so much for the interview. Best of luck in Brazil. For everyone else, you can check out the rest of my coverage of all things LTA right here on my YouTube channel.
Travis Gafford World's Tour. Those are the days. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, you've caught me reminiscing. Well, honestly, guys, I'm feeling a little down. LTA, the coverage, it's over for the next until April. We're not going to Brazil, and that's so sad. But what's even sadder is the fact that you could become a member for just $2.99 a month, and you're not one already. I mean, what, do you not want an exclusive video every month and early access to all interviews and videos that we make? I mean, hey, to each their own, but makes me wonder. Those are the good old days.